Hello, good morning, y'all. I just have this idea, so I thought I'd come on here and tell you about my idea. I think it's a good idea, but I don't know how it'll work. But I was watching yesterday. I was what I was watching. I was watching somebody do a prompt along a, and they were doing it on paper, and I was just watching. I wasn't working with them. I was just kind of watching them, and yeah, I was just kind of watching them, and I thought a prompt along is she just has a whole bunch of cards with prompts on them, and you pull a card and you do whatever it says on that prompt card you do on your paper, and then it makes like a mixed media it's fun, it's like really cool. But then lately I work mostly with scraps of fabric right now. I do work, I do use um, paper at sometimes, but not all the time. No, usually lately I am just sew scraps of fabric together and see what happens. And maybe I'll make a wedding dress. Well, that'd be an odd wedding, but so I thought, would it be fun to try to make up this new prompt along, but for textiles or scraps of fabric, And I thought that would be fun. And so I thought, wait a minute, let me see if I look better with my glasses on. Let me check. Yeah, now I look more alive. I've just been up for a few minutes. Yeah. And anyway, here, I got a stack. I probably have enough to do a big quilt of these here scraps, because I've been making 12 by 12s. These 12 by 12 scraps. I've just been sewing them together this way and that way and another way, and just and they end up in 12 by 12 squares. And well, anyway, I got a bunch of them already made up, and none of them make any sense. They're just a whole bunch of stuff. And so I enjoy doing that. I really enjoy doing them scrappy squares. And then what I've done with them, I've taken them and I sew them together with a piece of flannel that's 12 by 12. And so then these turn out to be about 11 by 11. And and but I sew them together, inside out, and then put them right side in. Well, first they're in right side in, and then I turn them inside out. But anyway, and so they're a finished square. I mean, they're finished even on the edge, So, and my plan is, see, I've got plans sometimes. I don't always stick to them, but I got plans. I'm going to put them together. I'm going to hand stitch them together, butt the squares together, and then hand stitch them, and then have like a little make some like little throw blankets. Okay, but this is what my plan of my little prompt along is. See, I always have just scraps, just gobs of scraps, and I just sew them together. Like here I watched a movie yesterday. Gosh, it was funny. Oh, Medea. You ever watch it, Medea? Perry, something Perry. But anyway, that's hysterical. She was in prison anyway. But I have sewed together many just pieces, just making like sort of um, squares, sort of like this. They're not squares; they're all different shapes, but they're kind of squarish, and and these ones, what I've done on these ones is, on most of these right here, is I sew the seam together, and then I go over the seam with a rickrack. It's kind of cool. But I just did most all of these while I was watching that movie, and they turn out pretty cool, and so I was thinking what I think would be fun is This is what I made before because it doesn't have any rickrack. I mean, zigzags on it. But a lot of these have a lot of pieces in them, and some of them just a few. All different sizes. But with these, now the next step would be is to get two pieces that kind of match in size and stitch those two together. You know, I would find those with that are kind of matching in size and stitch them together. Like those two match in size pretty good, you know, and then stitch them together. But this is what I'm doing with the prompt along thing. And so I'm not going to do one today. I'm just going to tell you my idea. See, I have been writing down a few things here. Just ideas of what I could maybe do write on a card. Now, this would be like starting from just scraps, not already sewed together scraps, or maybe it could be, I don't know. So I've got like zigzag two together, sew on a button, time for rickrack, apply on a square, no, applique on a square, a piece of lace edging, couch on some yarn, add ruffled scraps, applique an animal, like I have. I just seen a really cool piece of, well, I just seen it at root of my, had dogs on it. I don't know what I do with it. Okay. Something vintage, which could be some vintage lace or a little doily or something. Then here, add a 6 scrap piece, like this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6 piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So add a 6 piece scrap, or add a 4 piece or 2 piece or 8 piece. More pieces is on one of them. Add a fluffy something. And so, which could be a piece of ruffled anything, fluffy, something fluffy. Add a flower, add a yo-yo, red and blue, and then a black scrap, needle and thread, and tulle. I have all of those so far, and I might come up some more of these things. So what I want to do is I'm going to put them on separate cards, and then just pull a card and do whatever it says on the card, which I'll be using scraps that I already have put together that I don't have no use for these. I just made them because it's fun. That's the only thing, just because it's fun. And so, and then I have so many scraps that are just all beautiful. And so that's what I want to try to do. So I'm going to be making a video in maybe later on today. I want to make sure I have everything because I don't have any tool right here, and I think I have everything else right here. But I have a drawer right under my table here that I'm going to put in a lot of these things. Like I have some rickrack in the drawer, and I have, you know, like these kind of things like this. And so whatever card I pull, I will have something right there to use. And so that's just all I'm thinking about doing. And so, and I thought if it works out, I'm going to just do a couple still videos just to see how that works. And like, see, here's I got a bird. Maybe I could applique a bird. Make that up. Yeah, I'll do that one. Applique a bird. Of course, my pen don't right now. Because appliquing a bird would be fun, because you might have a fabric with a bird on it, but then you might not. And so you could cut a piece of fabric in the shape of a bird. And you could make the simplest bird. There we go. Look there. You got And then you can just go with a little piece of, let's see, we could have just, maybe we could make this be his tail. Maybe then we could cut out a tail, whatever kind of a bird tail you want. You could put the bird tail invent a new bird. And then maybe we would just take a little piece of something that would be a color for a beak. There's a beak. That could be a bird right there. And you just put a little eye on him, and you'd have a bird. See, so that's good. That's going to be a good one too. That'll be a good one. Yeah, in my own humble opinion. And so that's what all I want to say. And I'm thinking that if I do a live stream after a while, if I do a live stream like that, and after a while, after I get a hold of what I'm doing, then then maybe some of you would want to do a prompt along with me, a prompt along, a prompt walk, do a prompt promptly so along with me. See, that's a cute bird, isn't it? His beak's too fat. He said, I don't want a fat beak. Cut my beak a little shorter, please. Thank you. That's better now. And then if I sew a bead on here, for a bead, sew a bead. If I just sew one little bead on there for his eye, he'd be a beautiful bird. Or she. It might be a she-bird. I don't know. But that's my idea because, see, I am just running out. I'm not really running out of ideas. I got ideas all the time. I want to do something. And so that's it. That's exactly what my life is doing right now. And I've been playing with learning how to make mandalas as well, to draw. So I still do paper stuff. This was just a mandala I learned to make. I'm going to do a couple of videos on this too. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But it's just a mandala. I just drew that. I did that yesterday, I think. So I have this new book here. From Timu. Got to use it for something. But see, I have so many scraps. Like this was sent to me. I could apply that right onto the piece while I'm working. Oh gosh, which side would I put? I don't know. And so, see, there's more pieces there. And what I've been doing is because I've done these pieces like forever and a day. And so what I've been doing is I've been cutting them into more symmetrical pieces for my stack. You see, and then that's just two more to add to my stack over there. But yeah, that's just one of the things that I'm working on, because I'm always working on a jillion things at a time, because that's how I am. Because that's how I roll, son. I learned that off of that. That's what's his name says. I don't know what his name is that does the cleaning videos, but I watch them cleaning videos, see if I can get a little inspiration. But so far, the inspiration isn't coming. But I'll keep watching them. That's that Midwest cleaner, whatever his name is. All right, now that's going to be it for right this minute, I think. I was just looking for something that I can't find, of course. I got 16 jillion things that I can't find, because that's the way I roll, son. But okay, that's all. I'm gonna leave it at this now. Just 15 minutes here, and I'm going to be working on this prompt along, and I'm going to do a video where I just work by myself doing the prompt along, and then I might do a live stream just in case anybody wants to just sit there with their little sewing machine. And you could probably hand stitch something like this too, but I'm kind of lazy when it comes to all that, so I like my sewing machine right now. And so that's just all I wanted to say. I just got to watch over each and every one of you. keep you safe and secure, and keep you happy and humble and healthy. And please come back to the next video. I would have read something to you, but I don't see a book. Okay, I love you guys completely. Thank you for watching, and God loves you. And come back to the next video. It might be a good one, and it might not be. We don't know. Okay, God bless and keep you all.